Hillsborough Television News Breaks, connecting you to county events.
There are so many challenges that go along with raising children, especially boys. And, a lot of times it really can be heartbreaking. And there's lots of heartfelt things that we go through as parents and family members and community members. But nothing is more important than coming together. And as somebody much wiser and much more tenured than me has said, it really does take a village. It takes all of us to invest. When you raise children, there are no guarantees. It's not a cake where if you put in all the right ingredients, it comes out perfectly. But it is a fact that if we fail to plan, and if we fail to invest, and if we fail to support them, it is guaranteed that they're going to fail. So it's really important. This event is not just another event on my calendar, but it is indeed really heartfelt that we can come together and we can celebrate.
Parents, those of you that had the courage to give us your children for 6 weeks, we really want to thank you for taking that risk on us and giving us the opportunity to influence them. Again, there is nothing more valuable for young men than to get out and to see the opportunities that are available for them. While Tampa is a great place to be, Hillsborough County is one of the greatest counties, not only in Florida, but one of the greatest counties in the country, leading the way in a lot of areas and definitely on the map for the community involvement and engagement. But we also want the young people to get out and to see the opportunities that are available, the career choices, the college opportunities, so that they can then get those experiences, gain the education, the backgrounds to come back. And the commissioner is a great example of giving back to your community, but investing in yourselves.
To send a black boy to a college setting is something that I'm going to say 60%, 70% of the boys growing up don't get to do. And their parents don't know how to get them in that position. And it's important for the boys, but also the parents, especially the single moms, because they don't really want to let go of their boys. They're afraid that something's going to happen. They're afraid that they're going to get let down like they've been let down in other situations. And it speaks big of my college and my university to reach out to parents whose children don't have the opportunities. That's huge. And to send boys 4 hours away from Tampa for 6 weeks, and they live in the college life. And they live in the college life. They're living in the dorm. They're eating in the caf. They're going to class 3 hours, 4 hours a day. They're getting a lot of learning. They're getting to meet people that they don't necessarily know outside of their neighborhood, outside of their schools. That's what life is all about. So not only is this a college lesson, it's a life lesson for those boys, because when you go to college, you meet people that you never know how they're going to impact you.
20 years ago, I met a young man that I always told him back then, keep your eye on the prize. Because talking to him and found out who he was, I realized that the future was big for him. And through those 20 years, we talked, we met. Sometimes I was away in Tallahassee being in the legislature. He was back here in Tampa being a student at the University of South Florida, working his way through school and realizing what he wanted to do. After graduation, he and I became very close because he's my fraternity brother. And I talked to him constantly about keeping his eye on the prize and what he wanted to do. He ended up getting his bachelor's degree, ended up getting his master's degree, a business administration degree, and recently got his law degree. But he kept his eye on the prize, and we talked constantly about keeping his eye on the prize. He's still a young man. When I say young man, I got a son older than he is. I got grandchildren that are older than you are. But he kept his eye on the prize. And over a week ago, he was elected a state representative. I'm talking about Ed and Rain. He's taken office. He's taking a seat that I entered 22 years ago. He's coming into that particular seat because he kept his eye on the prize and know what he wanted to do. And I'm saying the same thing to you. Pull your pants up off of your butts because it's supposed to go around your waist. Put a belt on. Do what you're supposed to do you have an opportunity that very few young black men are going to have an opportunity to do. Forget this gang-banging stuff. By protecting your territory, you don't own anything. Not yet anyway. And when you do, when you become whatever you're going to be, and some of you are going to become great, never forget where you came from.
The very, very most valuable resource for us are these young people sitting right here in these chairs, and we really, 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 really value at FAMU the opportunity to impact their lives. Florida A&M University, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University there in Tallahassee, now entering 127 years of existence. And we pride ourselves on not only being an institution of higher learning, but we also pride ourselves on being a force within the state, impacting communities, impacting the lives of young people, and we make no apologies for the fact that we're dedicated to the betterment of lives for African American people within the state of Florida and within the country, and we're leading the way at Florida A&M in doing that.
I graduated from A&M, so I knew the experiences that they would have. There was nothing like my 4 years of college. So I figured if I can put those boys in that light and in that culture, that it's going to impact at least one. You know, at least one of them will want to do that and get the gratitudes and the benefits of having a college education.
This year was a great year. You know, by me, a veteran, and returning, it was pretty good because I know the rules and expectations and the goals. When we first got there, you know, it was different because we were staying in Gills Hall, so had to get used to it. But I had fun, get to know the guys, you know the staff well, and I'll be back next year again. Thank you.
We want to expose you to the opportunities that are available. We would hope that every single one of you, and I stand here with the backing of the president, with the backing of the university, that we will give a scholarship to every one of these young men sitting here in these chairs if they complete these programs and come to Florida A&M. That opportunity is real.
This is such a great opportunity. On behalf of the Community Action Board, I want to congratulate you and your families on achieving such an amazing feat, being able to be exposed to campus college life. And I just want to say to you, some of our dreams can have a powerful effect on all of us, and all of us dream. I'm hoping that this experience that you all witness will help you to dream for the highest of your expectations in life. Because I can see all of you completing high school and going on to college, and I know that this has made an impact on you. Congratulations, and it's been an honor just to be a part of this great moment.
I think that this program is really great. It got me off the streets at a very young age. Coming into this program, I was in the gangs. I was shot at a lot. I was in the middle of a drive-by. I was supposed to lose my life a lot of times, and my first time in this program, I realized that I was very intelligent, and I had a lot of dreams and aspirations that I had not found yet. And now, I'm a senior at Plain City High School. I will be graduating and attending FAMU due to this program.
Thank you, Florida A&M University. Thank you, staff. I know you took time to write this speech. I deviated from it. I'm sorry. That's just the way it goes. I guess now I'm supposed to say that we're going to congratulate these young men and give them some certificates, and I'm also to talk about the surprise they're going to get also. You're going to get Dell computers today, each and every one of them. To finish and do your work in school, not to get on there doing all that other crazy stuff you can do on these computers, okay? But to do what you have to do in school and get yourself ready to go to Florida A&M or any other university you have an opportunity to get to and do, okay? But keep your eye on the prize.
The first person that we'll be calling up is Kevin Ballard. Our next explorer is Zachary Carnegie. Our next explorer is Javon Knott. next explorer is Christopher Murray. Our next explorer, Verlon Owens. Verlon jumped up, yeah. Our next explorer, Phoenix Pagan Diaz. Armani Payne. It's our straight A student. Our next is Amarion Payne. And bringing up the rear is Anthony Payne. We have another set of siblings, Josiah Carino. And next, Jodeci Carino. Our next explorer, Renee Andres Rodriguez. Our next explorer, Julio Rodriguez. Our next explorer, Isaiah Sarmientos. Our next explorer, who I believe was the first one here, Joshua Seda. Joshua? Our next explorer, Bryson Singleton. Our next explorer, Darren Turner. Our next explorer, Naron Williams. Our next explorer is Delroy Williamson. Our next explorer is Kelvin McCullough. Our next explorer, speaker, and soon-to-be graduate and attending FAMU is Stephen Moore. Also from the Moore family, our next explorer, Christopher Moore. Delijah Duggins. Dressed in his attire.
The orange and green on, man.
Our explorer, Damian Springfield. And staff, this is our last explorer for today. Yes? Christopher Burnside.
We just wanted to thank our leaders, first of all, our Community Action Board for voting for this wonderful program so we can fund it, our staff who have been amazing, the graduates for our College Explorer program, but definitely our parents. Sharon stated earlier that it takes a village. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your village.
For more news and information, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or watch us on YouTube. This program was brought to you by Hillsborough Television. Visit our website at htvonline.org.